Welcome to the Language Institute. My name is Chinedu Umba. I am one of the two coordinators here. I coordinate the English for academic purposes for Canadian students. These are our domestic students. Today we'll be talking about 3 documents that you'll make your best friend as you begin to work with the students. They are 1, the course outline, 2, the course section information document, and 3, the course overview. These 3 documents will help with your planning and setting the tone for the class. Now let's get started. So the first document we're going to talk about is the course outline. The course outline is the contract Algonquin College has with the students. What this means to you is that it is a non-negotiable document. You cannot change any part of it. Now, the course outline has a couple of important sections I'd like to point out to you. You'll find that each one has the course name. In this case, it's the Basic Academic Writing Part A. It shows you the program area. In this case, it's the Language Institute. You'll notice the course code, and then you'll notice the program code. The normative hours will tell you what the contact hours are. In this case, it's 42 hours. So that means that by the time the course ends, you would have spent 42 hours teaching the students writing. Next, the course description. This is a summary of what the course focus is. It is very important that you read this in class with the students and that you discuss it. The next part is the vocational learning outcome. The vocational learning outcome, along with the essential employability skills outcomes here, have to do with workplace expectations. You'll notice that for both, each one has either a T, which means you have to teach it, and A, which means it has to be assessed. So it's important that you pay attention to the VLOs and the EESs in your course outline so you'll know if you have to teach or assess each one. Now going further down, the course learning requirements and the embedded knowledge and skills. The embedded knowledge and skills, I like to describe them as the stepping stones to the course learning requirements. Let's take one for an example here. The course learning requirement number 1 here tells you what you expect the students to be able to demonstrate at the time they complete the course. In this case, it says they should be able to create level-appropriate simple and compound sentences and be able to use them in academic compositions. And now looking at the embedded knowledge and skills, which are the stepping stones, you can see we have use correct word forms, word order, sentence structure, and punctuation. And the next one says construct meaningful and grammatically correct sentences. You can see that these are stepping stones which, if you teach the students, they should be able to meet this outcome here. Now, why are these important? These are important because they help you with setting your objectives for each lesson. When you get your course outline, you have to look at it and get a global view of what it says and determine what is it the students have to know by the time they complete the course. Once you have determined what that is, then you can plan backwards and break them down into chunks so that you're able to hit each of these CLRs and the students are able to demonstrate them. Something again that's important for you to remember is that your CLRs can be changed to questions. And when you change them to questions, that would help you in planning what the students need to know. Now going further down to find out what else the course outline contains. The course outline will tell you what the learning resources for that course are. It will give you ideas of what kinds of activities you could use in class. It would also talk to you about the evaluation that the students will have to complete. In this case, we can see that the students will have tests that are 80% and they'll have assignments that are weighted at 20. You'll see that each of the evaluation is aligned to the CLRs and the EESs. And then here you have a summary that explains to you about the evaluation and the deadlines. Scrolling down, we've got the PLAR. In the Language Institute, we haven't started PLARing students, so I wouldn't spend too much time on this one. Another section that you really need to focus on is the grade scheme. It's important that the students know what the pass grade is. For this course and for most Language Institute core courses, the pass grade is C. And so any student who gets a 63 meets the requirements. Now there are other pieces of information here that you should go over with the students. Have them ask questions if they need to, and encourage them to go back home, read the document, and come back to you with questions. We're now going to go on to talk about the next document. The next document we're going to talk about is the course overview. The course overview document presents in chart form everything you have to cover in the term. You can see that it's organized according to weeks. You have week 1 all the way to week 7. And you'll notice that we've got the weeks, the lesson topics, the resources you'll need, the types of evaluation for each week, and notes. It's very important that you take time to study this document. This course overview document is just for you, the professor. It is not to be shared with the students. Now we'll go on to the third document, and I'll just minimize this. I want to put the third document side by side here. The third document is what we call the course section information document. Let's pull that up. 1 second. Okay, so this is the course section document. This course section document you created using information in the course overview. The course section information document is for the students and has to be uploaded to Brightspace. You will notice that it has the course code, the course name, the program name. It has to have your name, your contact information, the course section, the academic year, the term, and the level. You have to indicate the learning resources for the course, and you must indicate the evaluation breakdown. The evaluation breakdown shows the weeks, the type of assessment, the value of the assessment, and the CLRs that they are aligned to. Scrolling down. Again, like the course overview, you'll notice that this is organized in a chart form. The difference being, though, that this does not have notes because this is for the students. So we've got in week 1, edit the information in the course overview document and pull out only things that are important to the students. This would be what you would actually cover in class that week. And as you can see here, week 1, there'll be the course introduction. It's a writing class, and so there'll be a diagnostic writing exercise. And then there'll be grammar instruction. You'll notice that the teacher has indicated specifically what topics or grammar points will be covered, and then what resources will be used. You have to do this for weeks 1 all the way to week 7. You upload this because the students need to know what they will learn. This is in line with adult learning principles. Please very carefully go over the course outline, the course overview document, and the course section information document. The course section information document has to be posted in Brightspace in the first week of class. And that's it for the 3 documents. If you have any questions, please refer them to me, Chinedu, or to the other coordinator, Javed Kazmi. We'll be very happy to help you answer those questions. Again, welcome to Language Institute, and thank you very much.